You have quite a pillow arrangement here, babes.
Yeah, I do. I'm just elevating my hand. It's on the mend.
What did your doctor say about a timeline?
She didn't say anything. She just said just keep on doing what I'm doing with icing and resting, elevating, using, I've told her that I put on some, cream to help too, and then, with the, Epsom salt as well. I haven't done the Epsom salt thing in a while, but it's on the mend. It's definitely not hurting as bad as it did when I first felt it. Why?
I was just curious about that.
She never mentioned the timeline, and I wasn't really, because it all depends. Like, if it's a mild strain, and I honestly don't think it's, like, too bad of a strain,
Mm-hmm.
but it just, because I use this hand a lot, my right hand is my dominant hand, it's probably why. So, yeah, I've just been taking the necessary precautions, but she did say that if it still hurts, that I could find, she could give me some hand therapy suggestions. Or I could even look up hand therapy techniques too.
Yes.
Because it's a lot of people that are going through physical therapy, I understand, use hand therapy if they have like pain in their wrists or whatnot.
I am left hand dominant.
Yeah.
They say people who tend to use their left hand more are more creative, have a higher IQ, but also run a higher risk of suffering from depression and higher rates of suicide.
Has that been proven?
It's been proven by me.
My goodness. Yeah, okay. So in other words, that is not founded.
I killed myself last night and came back because I remembered I had a podcast to do.
And a girlfriend, yes.
What's that, the Sam Kinison joke where he talks about, Jesus didn't have a wife because he used to hang out with these 12 guys and hookers, and he died for 3 days and came back. He's like, try explaining that to a wife.
Oh, wow. Well, I guess in some ways there's truth, but, yeah. But then he's also said some pretty blasphemous things from what I understand.
Sam Kinison?
Yeah, he did.
It was funny, and you were a fan.
I was not really a fan.
Uh-oh.
No. I didn't go too deep with his stuff. Apparently you did.
I liked a lot of his stuff, but some of it just doesn't hold up today.
Right.
However,
you think it would be too controversial?
It's not that it's just controversial, just some of the jokes don't work. So he talked about bombing some country. This is back in the 80s.
Okay.
And the references just wouldn't make sense to a modern audience.
Oh, okay. Because they would have had to know the past or the history of that?
Yeah, exactly. Now, if you put him in the modern day and let him do stand-up comedy for a couple of years, he'd probably come up with some great material.
Huh. Okay.
And also, near the end, he was a little bit too drugged out and reading his own press releases, I thought.
So the Unabomber, I've been hearing about him for years.
Funny man.
No.
Oh, God, he was great at parties.
Bubs.
Sorry, go ahead.
Well, yeah, after he blew up everybody.
Blew the rooms right up.
Wow.
You know how comedians are always talking about how they killed?
Yeah.
He killed for real.
Ugh.
No, sorry, go ahead.
When was he... Because I remember talking to somebody about the Unabomber, but at the time I didn't remember what his name was, and she mentioned, was it John Kaczynski?
Ted Kaczynski.
Or, I'm sorry, Ted Kaczynski, I'm sorry. And I don't remember when he gained notoriety for being the Unabomber. Do you remember?
I first heard about him in 1995, but I believe he was doing his work since the 70s. Right. And you know how he was caught?
How?
He sent in letters to various media organizations, but he was very careful not to be traced. Okay. So somebody recognized his handwritings and knew a personality type that reminded him of the Unabomber. You know who that somebody was?
Who is it?
Ted Kaczynski's brother.
Wow.
Yeah.
So he had the same type of personality as his brother.
Well, Ted Kaczynski's brother turned him in.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, because when this person mentioned Ted Kaczynski, I didn't quite get the name, and then she mentioned the Unabomber.
Yes.
Because she was comparing somebody's personality to Ted Kaczynski. I guess someone in her private life, and she made the comment, "Oh wait, you're too young to understand that." And I'm like, I heard about him, but I didn't know much about the case.
You are allowed to research things that happened before you were born.
Bubs, I didn't ask for your commentary.
I was just giving.
I also didn't ask for your arrogancy.
My arrogancy? What arrogancy?
Yeah, I know I like to make those elegant comments.
Oh, I'm just saying, babes.
Well, you might want to do some research.
Well, it might be helpful, babes.
Bubs!
Sorry, babes, I didn't know.
Ah!
Or not. I love you, babes.
Well, yeah, you are right, I should, but I didn't need your commentary.
Have you considered, babes?
No.
That if you start really studying history, maybe there'll be less commentary from Rick?
No, Bubs, I think you should just shut up. Shut up.
Oh my goodness.
Shush!
See, I look at it like this. If you do what I say, I'll have less reason to speak.
Yeah, but Bubs, this is one part of our relationship that I never agreed with. I don't have to do what you say.
No, but it's not like I'm telling you to hang out in the kitchen all day or, do something really weird. I'm just saying.
No, but I mean, this is when you're nagging and commenting really, really annoy me.
Oh.
I love you, but come on.
I love you too, babes.
Hey, I don't do that to you, Bubs.
No. Well, there's a reason, but. I love you, babes. Do you love me?
Of course, but you're being ornery now.
Sorry, babes, I didn't know. Anyways, babes.
On a lighter note, I don't really want to spend time on Ted Kaczynski.
Okay, that's fair enough. I believe he's still alive.
Wow.
We could maybe make a trip. I want to say he's on the East Coast. We could possibly visit him.
No, I don't think so. Well, I mean, my friend in high school said that she wanted to visit Kip Kinkle, which I thought was very, very weird. And why would you do that?
Mm-hmm.
He's not eligible to leave prison ever, so I wouldn't want to visit those two people. And I would think that they would have been dead already. Or at least one of them would have been dead.
Yeah, Kip Kinkle's around our age. So.
He is. I remember exactly when that happened, and that was
98.
It was.
I had a cousin who was there when it happened.
Wow. Your cousin went to Thurston High School?
Yep.
Wow.
And was in the room when Kip Kinkle was shooting.
And how did your cousin get out of there?
I don't know the specifics. So this is a distant cousin.
Very, very traumatized.
Yeah, I want to say I didn't really grow up with this cousin, but this was one like a distant relative.
You didn't really know this person?
Not that well, no.
Wow. I can't even imagine being in a massacre like that.
Mm-hmm.
How, it just sounds so traumatizing. I would be very traumatized.
Yeah, I would too.
I mean, hearing about it is one thing, but being in the midst of it where you could have been shot, like those poor people in the Columbine shooting.
I know.
And then I remember hearing about my alma mater, that was some crazy shooter. I don't know I forgot if he was a student, but he was opening fire in around the area where the library was, I think it was. And I heard a 911 call from a woman that was saying, I'm in the library right now, there's somebody shooting, and I think she was talking about a professor. And that really freaked me out. And that was like a few years after I graduated. Here's
why people like Kip Kinkle are such douchebags. No, seriously, if you want to get a gun and kill yourself, do it. I don't care.
Yeah.
But when you start taking a gun to innocent people and just shooting randomly, you don't deserve to be part of our civilization.
Well, not only that, he killed his parents, and he spent the night in his house with his dead parents.
That's a little bit strange.
In the same house. And not only that, too, his sister had to fly in from Hawaii because she was going to college there, and then she didn't find out until she got there that her parents were gone. And I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine coming back.
I hate stories of shooters who go into schools or nightclubs. And I'm not saying it's right, but it's one thing if you're shooting at somebody who you know.
Right.
And there's a history there. But if you're just trying to kill random innocent people, that's a different level of being an asshole. That's a whole nother
that's not
level.
right anyway.
No, but I'm saying that's not right. Yeah. But I'm saying there's a difference just between being a horrible person and being like next level bad. And when you shoot at innocent people who you don't know, that's next level to me.
Yeah, I know. And they didn't even do anything wrong. They don't even know you. He should have been executed a long time ago.
I say death by starvation.
No, I say quick and dirty and put him out of his misery.
I say hungry lion attack.
Oh.
Chain him to a dirty mattress.
Well, that's what they did in the Old Testament with Daniel. They put him in the lion's den because he wouldn't comply to the king's rules. But in this case, maybe if there was a lion's den, I don't know if I would go that far. I would say what happened in Cool Hand Luke, right?
Oh, like that.
Yeah, like slow and painful.
I thought you just said quick.
Well, I mean, quick and dirty is one idea. But the way that Luke died, that was pretty bad too. I mean, it was slow and drawn out and... Not exactly.
His punishment was, but he recovered near the end and escaped and then was shot pretty quickly.
Okay, well then, if it actually was going to work in their favor where they did work him to death, that probably might have been a good way for him to go.
I say all these like random shooters... Starve them for like 3 weeks, cover them with meat tenderizer, chain them to a bed, put a couple hungry lions in the cell, and if they can break free, they can break free.
Or here's another idea.
What's that?
Tie them, so when it's the day of the execution, instead of strapping them in the chair, tie them upside down, and then completely shoot them up with electrodes.
That's a possibility. Here's another idea.
Especially with the women that kill.
Okay, here's another idea.
Oh my goodness, I can't believe we're talking about ideas to kill people, but
we're talking about ideas of how the state should kill people, not us as individual. And we're talking about real douchebags here, people who are just the scum of the earth.
Yes.
Right. So we would not do this. We're not kidnapping anybody. But we're saying if the state were to ask our advice of how to execute school shooters or people who bring out a gun in a nightclub, this is the suggestions we would give them. Another thing you could do, you could take somebody in a room, refuse to feed them. Then after a week, you go in and say, okay, you have a choice. You could die right now from starvation, or we chop off one of your legs and you can eat that. And then you slowly chop off their body parts and feed it to them.
Oh, okay. Wow, you're just ruthless. No, I'd say do it, feed them to hungry animals or, I don't know about the lions. That sounds pretty brutal. Hound dogs might work.
What about crocodiles?
Ew,
that might be a little bit too fast.
Alligators?
See, lions also like to play with their kill a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, they do. They like to play with their kill until they pounce on them.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe the idea should be just quick and dirty and put them out of their misery.
Uh-oh.
Well, they wouldn't. Well, whether they are miserable afterwards, we don't know. But just put them out.
Yes. They're
no longer, out of sight, out of mind. That's how I see it.
Send them to Jesus is what I always say. Jesus might forgive, but we don't.
Or they'll be sending them to Satan, whichever way they go.
I don't know if I believe in Satan.
Oh, I think you should, Bubby.
Oh.
But that's another story. That's somewhere. That's another thing that we don't have to go in the weeds with.
Well, I mean, Dick Cheney is still alive, so maybe.
Oh!
All right, babes, come on.
Bubs.
What?
Really?
Yes.
Your jokes aren't that
A man doesn't have a heartbeat, babes. You know that, right? Or he didn't have a heartbeat for like a year and a half.
Oh, didn't he have a pacemaker?
Something was wrong with his pacemaker and his heart wasn't beating. And Dick Cheney said that he didn't mind not having a heartbeat.
Okay, I didn't hear that, but we're getting too much in the weeds.
We are getting too much in the weeds with this.
It's your fault.
No, I blame you.
We're going on a rabbit trail and we haven't found any rabbits.
Okay.
Any rabbits.
Anyway, Ted Kaczynski, we love you. We're rooting for you.
No, we don't. We don't love you.
We don't love you.
We don't know you. We don't love you. You should have died a long time ago.
Yes.
That's what I say.
And same with Susan Smith.
Oh, Susan Smith should have died a long time ago. It's a good thing that I think her then husband divorced her and married somebody else.
Nice.
Yeah, I know. It's terrible. It is so terrible.
Mm-hmm.
And she made it sound like she was looking for those boys when she really killed them.
And a bunch of black guys got harassed that week before it came out that she was lying because she described the person who kidnapped her kids as a black man.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, and, well, that one pretty much fell apart. I'm glad that they prosecute her.
I am too.
Yeah, because that is just horrible.
Yes. It is.
Anyway.
Yeah. We don't have to talk about death and destruction all day.
I really don't want to do that.
It is weird, though. Like, I'm so pro-death penalty, yet I'm anti-killing in individuals. Like, I think the state should do it, but I wouldn't want to kill somebody.
I would agree.
Yeah.
I'm the same way. I don't think that anyone should ever shed innocent blood with their bare hands or anywhere else. Anyway, with an implement. But I also think that if you have to, it should only be in self-defense. I also think that any man, it does talk about in the Bible about capital punishment too. Did you know that?
It's pro-capital punishment.
Yes, it is.
Nice.
Whosoever sheddeth man's blood, so shall their blood be shed.
Oh.
So, what does that mean? That anyone who sheds innocent blood, they should be killed in their place.
Nice.
Take care of the problem.
I really want to have a revenge weekend with you where we watch some good old-fashioned movies.
I don't know if that's healthy, Bubs.
Oh.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe that would be fun to watch at some time, but I don't think I would want to commit revenge on somebody.
No, but I'm saying we watch movies, babes.
Yes. Oh, like Death Wish?
Yeah.
No.
Hard Candy, maybe Rambo.
What about Soft Candy?
Oh,
I don't know. I heard Rambo's pretty intense.
It is pretty intense. It's also really over the top, too.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to watch Rambo.
Mm.
I don't even remember. I've heard of Rambo, but I don't remember if I even watched it because it was so violent.
It's a fun movie. But it is more
movie
of a guy's movie.
But some guy killing people? Yeah. I don't think so. I think maybe you should save that for your own movie pleasure.
Okay, babes. What else?
Yeah, it's just not, yeah.
Yes.
No thanks.
Well,
I'm not really an action movie person anyway.
We still have to watch The Matrix.
Okay.
At least the first one. I've never watched the sequels, and I've heard...
I don't believe I've watched the sequels either.
That only one of the Wachowskis is involved with the new one that's coming out.
Wow.
Yeah. I think it would be fun to do a Wachowskis night where we watch Bound and then The Matrix. But time will tell.
Time will tell.
Yes. You take the red pill. No, you take the blue pill, you wake up and it's all a dream. You take the red pill and all I promise you is the truth.
That's Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, right?
No, that's Morpheus, Lawrence Fishburne from The Matrix.
Oh, okay. I get those two movies mixed up, but I did not see Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
How do you get movies mixed up that you haven't seen?
No, because of the premise of the movies, Bubs.
Oh.
I didn't see Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, but I remember you were talking about that movie, and then I forgot. I remember you were mentioning The Matrix, and it had similar concepts.
I think The Matrix is better. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind has some interesting stuff in it. Yeah. I'm not the biggest fan of it, though. I like aspects of it a lot, though.
It sounds like a good premise about having, erasing all your bad memories and having good memories. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it, but I mean, I never saw it, so.
Yes.
I don't know.
I hate the fact that there's so much stuff in the past that I can't change. Does that ever bother you about your own past?
Well, I mean, the way I see it is you can't change the past. You can only, that's how, we don't have the ability or we don't have the capability to do that or the abilities to change it. And the only thing we can do is move forward because we only have, we're only human. We're only human beings. We don't have those types of powers. No,
I agree that we're only human and that I can't change the past, but that doesn't mean that I like that I can't do it.
Well, I mean, yeah, there are some things that, I'm sure that we as individuals have said things to people that we wish we could take back.
Or done things.
Or done things, or maybe we could have given someone the benefit of the doubt, but we missed that opportunity, or we could have made a connection with somebody, but it never happened.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's friendships or relationships, but that's something that we as humans have to deal with, and we just have to go on with it, I guess.
Okay, here's a question for you.
Yeah.
You are a Christian.
Okay, what is that coming up?
Well, it's going to come up, babes. I'm asking the questions here, babes.
Oh, fine.
And you believe that God judges people when they die.
Yes.
Even if they repent for something, it's possible that they're not going to get out of heaven, but they're going to maybe have to do a little bit of punishment after they're gone.
Well, something in that. Well, not something in that as punishment, but they will. Some of them will suffer loss of rewards.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you think that it's unfair for God to judge people when He's not giving them the ability to change their past and correct their mistakes?
No, I don't think.
Why
so.
not?
I don't think so because, I honestly think it's because it's a way that we were designed. I've never really questioned. I never really questioned the order of God. I just kind of see it as, well, this is how God designed it, and I shouldn't be questioning it because I don't have really any reason to question it, I guess.
But didn't God give you a brain with the ability to question things?
Of course, but as far as that is concerned, because I don't know, there's a lot of things I don't know as to why God has designed it that way, as far as not being able to change the past. So I can't really give you a straight answer on it.
Okay.
And I won't give you an answer on it because I just don't. It's just something that is way beyond my human understanding.
It sounds a little bit fishy to me that you're going to be judged by things that you're not going to have the opportunity to change, even though you're being judged by this all-powerful being.
Well, hold on a second.
Go ahead.
You can repent for the mistakes that you've done.
Yeah.
But I think the trick is to not commit those mistakes again.
Right, but once you've committed them, you could still feel guilty for an entire lifetime for something you did when you were 12 years old. Even if you've repented, that doesn't mean that your guilt or your feelings of guilt go away.
Well, they may not go away, but you can manage them. See, God doesn't give... There are things that God does not take away from us, but He gives us a way to manage them. You know what I mean? Whatever feelings that, if it's feelings of guilt, if it's feelings of bitterness,
yeah,
He can take those things away, or sometimes He can't. He can keep them there, but if given a chance, He will help you manage those feelings.
But why couldn't He just erase those feelings? He is all powerful.
He is all powerful, but that's not the way He works. You see, we can't expect God to work on our own time, because that's not how He is. And when you understand that, then there's other things you can understand. But it's hard for a human to grasp those kind of concepts.
Yes.
If that makes any sense.
I hear you. I think it's a little bit of a simplistic answer. And listen, I don't know what happens when you die. For all I know, you get to relive your life with all your knowledge. For all I know, there's nothing after you die. Or you could be correct. There could be heaven and hell. Or it could be something that no human has ever considered. I'm open to all possibilities. But so I'm just asking questions.
Oh, that's good. That's good that you're asking questions. It's good that you're searching. But as far as a judgment thing, about changing the past, I can't answer that.
I do lean in the direction that there probably is an all-knowing God, and when we die, nothing happens. We just go into emptiness and become nothing. I don't think there's an afterlife for humans.
Well,
but I do believe that there is a God.
Well, I do think...
Or I lean in the direction of
this is why I have these studies with you, because you have explored other ways of thinking, and I think that I'm giving you a challenge. You know, you always talk about, well, maybe I'm in your life to challenge you. Well, I'm in your life to challenge you also.
Okay.
So, we are challenging, you know, I'm challenging your thinking as much as you're challenging my thinking.
But I have challenged your thinking and helped you grow in some ways.
A little bit.
A little bit.
A little bit.
Oh, well, but don't get too confident, Bob. Yes,
Don't get too confident.
Yes, you will.
Don't get too puffed up, as people would say.
Oh my God. You get to date the bald god, so that must be an
no.
No, that's not an
a big head.
What?
I'm gonna call you Big Head.
What? Technically, I'm the bald god.
Big Head.
I love you. Mortal Jaylo.
God of the Big Head.
Oh my goodness.
You're the Big Head King. No, I'm kidding.
No, I'm the bald god.
No. No, that's only according to someone you know.
Uh-oh. A couple of people use that nickname from me, babes.
Well, I'm not going to call you that.
Okay, you can.
I don't want to.
You can.
Mm.
Always have your hands on my head.
Ah.
Anyways, babes. Enough of the double entendres and the God talk.
You're the one who brought it up.
Well, babes, I'm curious about this type of stuff.
What?
No, this type of stuff in general.
No, that's good though. That's good. It makes the conversation interesting, and I'm sure that there are people that like this type of our segments.
Okay, now let me say something a little bit controversial.
Oh.
If my methods for killing school shooters weren't controversial enough, or my thoughts on God.
Okay.
I have known many gay and bisexual and trans people over the years.
Uh-huh.
And sex positive people, and whatever you're into within reason, do it. You know, have fun, live your life. If you want to be with two women, or if you want a guy and a girl, or any combination of things, as long as it's with people who are of age and of a sound mind, it's none of my business, right? But I believe it was National Coming Out Day, like last week.
I didn't even know that. When was this?
It was like within the last week.
Okay.
I just said that.
No, but what day?
I don't remember the date, babes.
Oh, all right.
By the way,
yeah.
Yes, there should be a National Coming Out Day, and that is awesome. I want all bisexual, gay people, and transgender people to feel safe and all that stuff.
Uh-huh.
And we should really have federal laws on the books, because right now companies in some states can fire you just based on your personal preference in the bedroom, and that is not cool in my book.
Okay.
Now
enough of the propaganda. What are you going to get into?
What's up?
Now enough of the propaganda. Get to your
point. No. No,
I'm just
that's not. Those are my real beliefs.
I'm just kidding. Okay, go on.
Okay. Having said that, let me now say this. What I noticed is, and I could be wrong, but it was something like National Coming Out Day.
Uh-huh.
On this particular day earlier this week, I noticed a lot of women were posting stuff on as a bisexual who is in or either they would post as a bisexual woman who is in a committed relationship with a straight man, or as a gay woman who is in a committed relationship with a straight man, or as a gay bisexual woman who only dates straight men. And I think to myself, what?
We had this conversation, I think it might have been yesterday, and that if I saw these posts, I would be very confused.
I was confused.
Because it was like, okay, if you're a bisexual woman, then why are you with a straight guy?
Well, I could see that, but why is it you're in a monogamous relationship
with
exactly. a straight guy?
I mean, because if you're a bisexual woman, why aren't you with a woman instead of your husband?
Or just in an open relationship.
Right, exactly. Because, I mean, if you're saying that this is who you are, then why are you being fake about it? Why aren't you not coming out and saying, okay, or saying that I used to be bisexual, but I'm now in a committed monogamous relationship with my husband or boyfriend or whatever.
That would be a better terminology, I think.
Why wouldn't they just say, well, instead of saying I'm bisexual and I'm with somebody,
Or I'm gay. I'm a gay woman, and I'm in a monogamous relationship with a man.
I don't understand that.
I saw that a couple of times, and I'm like, huh?
Because I mean, I guess I can't relate because I've always been straight.
Yeah.
I always liked men, and I always, as soon as I knew that I liked boys, I liked boys. So that's something that I can't relate to. But if you're gonna say something like, I'm married now, I've got a great husband, but then you'll say, and I'm also bisexual, or I'm also lesbian,
and we're monogamous.
Yeah, it's like either you are monogamous or you're not monogamous.
Yeah. And
don't play with this.
It just feels a little bit confusing to, and listen, that's their life experience. I'm saying as a reader, it throws me off when I read stuff like that.
Well, and years ago, I would have people message me on a certain system that I won't give out.
Okay.
And they would, I would check their status, and it would say bisexual, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thinking, okay, look, if I'm a straight person and I'm not, number one, if I'm not looking for anything and I'm a straight person, why would I want to go out with a bisexual when I only want to date straight guys?
I hear what you're saying. And that's your personal preference.
Yeah, and I'm like, why would I want to go out with a bisexual when they could leave me for another man? Or they could leave me for another woman.
Now, I would tell you this. I believe I'm more sex positive than you are. To the best of my knowledge, I've never dated a bisexual woman. But it wouldn't be a deal killer for me. It's not like, oh, if I hear somebody's bisexual, I'm out of the relationship. I'd just be like, okay, let's discuss this.
No, I would make my preferences known and say, no, I like straight guys. I don't want my guy leaving me for another woman. Or another guy, I'm sorry.
But we're talking about you seeing somebody's profile and assuming that they're really bisexual, not somebody who says, "Oh, I'm bisexual and I only date people who are not the same gender as me."
Right, exactly. Yeah, I think it's weird.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. And then the whole sex positive thing that has been becoming more popular. I mean, is it really positive, or is it just, an excuse to get really freaky?
I hear what you're saying.
You know what I mean? I'm sorry. And this is coming from a straight woman that's conservative, and I don't know anything about this. I don't know anything about this area, this topic.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about the subject or topic or area of the sexual revolution, but
I've spent some time in sex positive groups. I've gone to some sex positive events and parties. Some of it feels a little bit too gimmicky to me, like we're just hiding from something and we're setting up a different form of hierarchy. But for real, I think the people who are sex positive and don't really have to advertise it to everybody are probably the better people. So, and I don't mean that they're secretive and that they never have any fun. I mean that they don't have to talk about it every 5 minutes, because it feels when I'm around a sex positive person, that's all they want to discuss.
Okay. So in some ways you understand what I mean about, is it an excuse for them to be total freaks, or is it just, an excuse for them to rebel, or what? I mean, it could be a combination of all those things.
Yeah, but for real, there are certain people who are sex positive and they don't advertise it, but occasionally on the weekend they'll have multiple partners. And those people seem like the most healthy to me.
Are they really healthy?
I think so. I think you can be sex positive, have multiple partners, as long as you're open with your main squeeze about it. And maybe let them join in, and you could be healthy. It's not healthy for me, because that's not the way I feel.
Yeah.
But I know people who are like that, and they seem pretty healthy.
Main squeeze / nesting partner?
No, but those are the people who are really extreme about it and to use...
But wait a minute. Wouldn't you consider the polyamorous community a part of the sex positive community?
Absolutely.
Or at least a section of it?
But what I'm talking about is individuals who I know. Not when you go to a group thing and you see an entire community of people who just have to talk about that. I'm talking about people who on their own may not even use the term polyamory or sex positive, and occasionally they will get down with a few different people.
Okay.
I think those people have it together or have more of a potential to. And for real, there's a lot of people who are straight in regular relationships who are completely messed up. Like they cheat on their spouses.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
And-
I think there's a bigger picture to
Mhm.
that. And maybe you probably may not have thought about this.
Go ahead.
But I think because of the sexual revolution, a lot of people have such a distorted view on what sex was supposed to be. And yes, I know atheists would disagree with it, and probably agnostics would disagree with it.
I have a feeling I'm about to. But go ahead.
But what I mean, without getting too spiritual on here,
yeah.
I think that a lot of people have, because of the sexual revolution and because women, because of the whole feminist movement, if you really want to be honest about it, which will segue into something else in a minute, but I think because of the sexual revolution, now people have a perverted view of sex, a distorted view of sex, and now it's just for pleasure, and it's no longer for creating families and being, share something. Yeah, bourbon, and something that is shared between husbands and wives. Now it's like anything goes. It's recreational, and I just think that it's left a lot of people in its wake. And that's my opinion.
Okay.
I know that people will disagree with me vehemently, but I think that because of the distortion of it, I wonder if people are really getting what they want out of it, or if it's really emptying. It's really stunting their growth as a person.
I hear what you're saying, and I actually don't completely disagree. I think that there are a lot of people now in our society who don't know how to handle sex and have no clue what the boundaries are because it's been so distorted and everybody has their own view of it.
Uh-huh.
And in a lot of ways, that's great. In a lot of ways, that's just super confusing, right?
Uh-huh.
I would hate to be a teenager right now for a multitude of reasons, and that's one of them. But I would push back on your kind of theory that things were better before the sexual revolution.
I never said that.
Oh, that's what I got out of it.
No. I'm not talking about theories. I'm just saying that what sex was meant for. I don't know about how it was before the sexual revolution, but I'm just saying that because of the sexual revolution, now there's a whole confusion. It's a monster.
I hear what you're saying.
It's a sexual monster now. It's been unleashed, and I think it's kind of gone into the world of women's studies, because I remember when I was taking my first class in college. Luckily, this was not on my permanent record. I was a young 21-year-old. I was taking my first class in college, and it was a 4-week class, and it was the hardest one that I've taken, and it was women's studies, but they were mixing feminism with gay rights, the LGBTQ thing, and I never understood that.
Okay, there's a lot to unpack here, so I'm going to try to take it one step at a time.
But we're getting on a rabbit trail here.
No, I know, but I want to unpack things.
All right.
And not just be like, Alana said something I have a lot of thoughts on. Let's move on.
All right.
So let me see if I can take this one point at a time, and I might lose some stuff. Yes, sexuality was, I'm assuming, because I wasn't alive then, but I do read books, and a lot of them are involving history. It is safe to assume that sexuality was less confusing before the sexual revolution. I would also say that from what little I know of that period of time, it was probably also a lot more restrictive. So yeah, you could be a man and a woman in a relationship, but let's say you're a man and a woman and you're married. And let's go a little bit more bizarre. Let's say the wife wants more sex than the guy. Well, back then, men were just dominant in the bedroom. Right. So what's a woman to do if her husband doesn't want to give it to her? She's SOL. Or let's say you're a woman and you're taught that your body should always be available to your husband, no matter what time of day.
Right.
But you're very you believe that it should only be done for procreation. And so you feel violated each time your husband is with you, and you're not doing it to have a baby. Or should you feel, so
Yep.
it wasn't it was less confusing. I don't necessarily.
I honestly think, so go ahead, I'm sorry.
I don't necessarily think it was better. And one thing that I've been thinking a lot, babes, is I don't think as humans we'll ever figure out a really clear sexual pleasure thing. Like individuals might, but as a species, I don't think we're ever going to get it down.
Now, I don't know.
I think that we're so different from each other as individuals, and I'm not talking you and me, I'm talking each person in a society, that I don't know if humans could get on the same page. I mean, like I said, individuals can, but then society as a whole might have a problem with what they consider to be pleasurable.
Well,
and so they might have to hide it.
Now, having said what I said about the sexual revolution.
And then I do want to talk about your feminism and gay rights class, because I have some thoughts on that.
Okay. And here's something. So I was listening to something on the radio about abusive relationships.
Yeah.
And this guy I think he was a psychologist that have counseled women who have been going to church regularly and have been in abusive relationship. And it's not just women, but men, right? And he's counseled people, and he has been by no means condoning divorce. But there are some people in churches that really do believe that abuse should not be an end-all be-all of a marriage. And I agree with it to a point. I agree with it to a point to where if the person is willing to change and they want to go to therapy with you and to do the steps to get help so that your marriage can be saved, that's one thing. But if a person is not willing to help work on themselves and will not involve you in the process, man or woman, then I honestly think they shouldn't be in that relationship, and they need to get out before they really hurt them or kill them. And I think he was talking about churches have really done a disservice on talking to their the pastors talking to their congregation about abusive relationships, and that some pastors will say, well, you should have submitted more to your husband, or you should have done this. And it's like, it's not helping the relationship. It's only hurting them. And he was talking about pastors that really understood and saying, you know what? We have to tackle this head on. We can't just say it's your fault. It's his fault. And I think that some churches, not all, have done a very much a disservice to women and men in how they counseled people on abusive relationships.
I hear you.
And also when it comes to sex. Yeah.
I think, listen, would I love to blame churches for all of our society's faults? Absolutely. But I don't think that's the case. I think society just fails people. And if we didn't have churches, it would be something else.
I think if we didn't have churches, there wouldn't be a soft place to fall. But there are some churches that are guilty of being very judgmental, and I'm not at any means condoning that, but I think some pastors just don't know how to talk to people about certain issues. And I think that it's the way that these things are presented, because a lot of people think, well, pastors just hate all kinds of, pastors hate gay people, or church members hate gay people, but I don't think that's the case. I think it's the way that whatever needed to be presented is not being presented correctly.
Well, I don't want to accuse somebody of hating gay people just because their father did, right? Mm-hmm. Because my dad, I don't know if he hated gay people. I don't think he did. But my dad had a lot of issues that I don't have. Mm-hmm. But Jerry Falwell Jr. was in a 3-way relationship with a man, and his dad hated gay people.
Yeah. Well, he was also, I don't know much about this guy. I think it's awful that he got into a scandal, and I've been noticing that a lot of people who claim to be very devout have gotten into scandals. I'm not at all saying that. I think it's terrible. It's very discouraging. And I think with the whole Ted Haggard thing, I think it's a disgrace.
Yeah.
I think that if he really meant what he was preaching, he should not have gotten involved with that one guy.
So, but let me ask you a question off of Ted Haggard, because the Jerry Falwell Jr. thing was...
And I don't know much about the case. I mean, I heard this stuff from you.
Yeah. He was having sex with a student of his who was of age, and a male student, and the male student was in a relationship with him and the wife and tried to bribe them. Jerry Falwell Jr. was fired from his position and given $10 million severance. From the university that he was president of. So It's really interesting stuff there.
It is, yeah.
But you know that world better than I do. Did Jerry Falwell Jr. make anti-gay comments?
I have no idea because I don't know much about this guy. As the interviews that I've heard, it didn't sound... I didn't hear anything about that.
Okay, I know that his dad did. His dad hated gay people.
And I don't... I don't know if he hated gay people or he just hated the lifestyle. See, that's a difference. There's differences because people can blame pastors all they want by saying, that they really hate gay people. But if you listen to a lot of their messages, it's not the people. And maybe Jerry Falwell Sr. did not present it the way that he should have. And a lot of pastors are coming out and saying it's not the people, it's the lifestyle. And I think a lot of it has to do with a lot of secrecy. Some pastors are secretive about what they're doing behind the scenes, and I'm not saying it's at all right.
Mm-hmm.
And I've heard shows talk about pastors that have fallen away from their own faith and have they've fallen from grace, as the saying goes. And it's very hard. It's a hard pill to swallow for those in the Christian community because some of them have been hailed as religious leaders.
Yeah.
You know, how many times has I don't even consider Al Sharpton or Jesse Jackson as religious leaders.
No.
I think they're very secular. But how many times have they said some anti-racist rants against Jewish people? And also anti-racist rants, or I'm sorry.
Racist rants.
Racist rants, not anti. Racist rants against Jewish people and also white people. And some other things that they've said. And I honestly think that, I mean, it's so much of a craziness to unpack there, but I think we're going on too much of a rabbit
No, this is good. Yeah. So Jesse Jackson, I have no respect for anybody who calls himself reverend and is married to a woman while he has a child with somebody else.
No, he shouldn't. I don't know how he got the title of reverend, but he's no reverend. You're correct. And I wouldn't call Reverend Al Sharpton reverend either.
Mm-hmm. But an issue that comes up is in the conservative Christian community, I'm assuming nobody's looking at Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton like they're great leaders.
No,
they're looking at them like they're jokes, like you and I do.
Yes, they do.
But they are looking to other people like they're great leaders when they're doing some shady stuff behind the scenes, potentially.
Well, some of them have come out against them too. So I wouldn't say that a lot. I think that there is a part of the conservative Christian community that are really watching
themselves, their leaders.
Yes, absolutely. There have been some Christian radio hosts that I've heard that are talking about the falling away from their beliefs by so-called Christian leaders in the community that said that they were devout, but now they're not, and that they're deconstructing their own faith. And a lot of them have come out against it and say, well, if they were, then maybe they were not a leader to begin with.
Okay, so I have a couple of questions for you, and then we'll move off of this topic.
All right.
You go to those fire and brimstone type of churches, and I don't. So this is probably going to sound super ignorant. But how often do they say stuff like homosexuality is a sin? Does it come up every week?
No.
Okay, it's just occasional.
No, but it is talked. It is given as a lesson on what it says in the Bible about those about unnatural affections. Yes, but it doesn't come out. It doesn't come up every single week.
So it's not like they just constantly harp on this one issue.
No, of course not. There's other issues.
How often do they talk about how gluttony is a sin? Do they talk about it as much or more than?
I'm sure that they. I'm sure. I don't think it's discussed enough, to be honest with you.
Yeah, because it seems to me, if I was a fire and brimstone preacher and they said, okay, Rick, you gotta come out against the gay lifestyle, I'd be like, okay, fine, I really want this gig. But I'd have to spend more time on gluttony than I did on anti-gay rhetoric.
Yeah, but okay, so sin is sin no matter how you slice it.
But more people are guilty of gluttony.
Well, yeah, but you can't just pick and choose what sin to preach on, because sin is sin no matter how you slice it. Whether it's gluttony, whether it's following after unnatural affections, whether it's stealing, lying, cheating, whatever it is. And I think that they have to be talked about. Even the sins of omission and the sins of commission. There's talk about that. The sins that you don't admit to, and the sins that you do that you know are wrong.
Oh.
So there's other types of sins too that are being talked about.
I have another question for you.
Are we gonna move on?
We are, but I got to get my questions out, babes.
All right.
The people demand it.
It's the people who are the people.
You know.
Ugh, the people that we don't know that listen to it.
Who are these people?
Who are these people?
I've never met them. That's my bad Jerry Seinfeld impression.
What was the one about? How can we be brothers?
Does mom know about this? That's Seinfeld in the Hood.
That is so funny.
Yes. Okay. Does it say in the Ten Commandments? I know this sounds ignorant, but you do know that I haven't really studied this.
That's okay. We can definitely look at that too.
No, but anybody listening to this will be like, come on, Rick, you should know this. I should, and I don't. Uh-huh. Does it say in the Ten Commandments that homosexuality is wrong?
So, in the commandments, it doesn't necessarily mention it, but it mentions it in in places like Leviticus when it talks about sexual immorality. It may not mention the Ten Commandments, but the Ten Commandments are part of it.
So, why doesn't God mention things that are sins in the Ten Commandments and just make them the 11 or 12 commandments if he's so against them?
I don't know why. I can't answer that.
Okay, I'm just asking, babes.
I don't speak for God.
Oh, you are a Bible scholar. You did go to a Christian college.
I'm not a Bible scholar.
You do host a Bible podcast.
Well, first of all, it's a side thing of this podcast.
Yes.
But I'm not going to say I'm a scholar, because some Bible scholars are wrong. Not every Bible scholar is correct, and not every theologian is correct.
Nice.
I just am a regular lay Bible reader.
All right, one more question about fire and brimstone churches.
Why do you always refer to them as that?
Isn't that what they like to be called?
No.
Is that a derogatory term?
I don't know if it is, but to assume that they're all, they're not all, they're definitely preaching on salvation and sin, but it's not always about hellfire. Is what I mean. It's not always, yes, a lot of churches like that do preach on hellfire, and I think it's very important, but they don't preach on it all the time.
What about heaven fire? Ba-dum-bum. Yeah. Let me see if I can rephrase this. I have another question about conservative churches.
Okay.
That may or may not be involved with the whole brimstone and the heat thing.
Not all the time.
Not all the time. How often do you hear sermons about how we need to love our neighbors and treat them as we would treat ourselves? Like, would you say you hear about that type of stuff in those types of churches?
Oh, yeah.
But do you hear about it more than you hear about anti-gay theories, or what?
It's a mixture.
Okay.
Because yes, the Bible does talk about love thy neighbor as thyself. And it does talk about love, but what the mega churches really have, what I have a problem with the mega churches on is a lot of times they'll preach this feel good message, but they won't preach a message that God would have preached, that Jesus would have preached in the pulpit if he had his way. Because when he was in the midst of his ministry, he was saying things that people didn't like.
Jesus was.
Yes.
If he was real.
Yes, he is. He was saying things that people...
Maybe. All right, let's get back to this. Oh, tickle war?
Tickle war.
All right, back to what you're saying, babes.
You're interrupting me again, Bubs.
Okay.
Oh, I gotta do one more thing.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes, I do.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, hey, stop blocking. It's not gonna hurt you.
All right, go ahead.
There.
You hit me with the pillow.
Yes, I did.
You're guilty of abuse when we go to your conservative church. I'm gonna tell them.
I said it's my way of hitting you with my best shot.
Oh my goodness.
But
Okay. All right, so back to if Jesus was real, he was a preacher, and he
said a lot of things that people didn't like. He also spoke in parables because there are people that didn't understand what he was talking about. His disciples understood, if they thought about it, and but the people, the disciples that went with him, they understood what he was trying to say, but other people didn't. So he said things that were controversial in his time. The Pharisees were upset because he sat with the sinners and the publicans, but never partaken of their sins, and that he did things on the Sabbath day, and those were the very judgmental people of his time.
Oh.
So to say that he was always teaching about loving people, and your neighbor is not necessarily true all the time.
I'm all right. Then we're going to stop the Bible talk for now. But
because we need to talk about the movies
and all the other stuff we watch on TV and music and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
So God is like the smartest thing. I know I sound like a dumb blonde, but God is like the most intelligent being ever in the universe, right?
Of course.
We can all agree on that. Yes. And one would assume, because of that, God knows how to reach each individual person. If he wanted each person to take take his teachings from the Bible, why wouldn't he write it in such a way that every single person would know what he was talking about?
Well, here's the thing, though. There are people that are searching for answers, right?
Yes.
A lot of people are searching for answers, and some people will get it very, very quickly, and some people, it takes time. You don't quite understand it yet, but with studying, you may start to understand things, put things together. I grew up going to church, but it wasn't until I actually got a Bible that I really, all the things that I've been reading just started jumping off the page. And now it's coming more alive to me. Like I'm reading in 1 Samuel and the beginnings of King David before he became king of Israel. And it's coming alive. I mean, the Old Testament books are so full of action and adventures, and then there's some people that died, and there's wars, and there's relationships and things of that sort. But like I've said, some people will understand it quickly and they'll take to it, but other people, it will take time. And people are, we're all different.
But don't you think it's unfair for God to write a book in a way to where he knows that a lot of people will misinterpret it?
I don't think I don't think it's unfair.
Really?
I don't.
Okay.
I don't think it's unfair at all.
Yes.
I think that we as humans make it more complicated than it is.
Well, I'm not a Christian, and I doubt I'll ever become one.
Bubs?
What?
Never say never.
I didn't say never. I said I doubt I'd ever become.
Well, never say doubt either.
Well, I mean, is it possible that I will have a traumatic brain injury and then?
Bubs, come on! You are just you're basically saying that anyone who has any religious beliefs different from your own has major brain injuries. Is that what you're saying?
No, I was trying to say if I were to become I need a kiss from a good Christian.
Okay, say what you have to say, and then
okay,
I may or may not kiss you.
It just seems to me that there's so many contradictions, and if God wanted people to worship Him, and this was the only way, He would write a book that was more straightforward and
How about this?
Go ahead.
How about how about if a person stops to try to analyze it themselves and let God be the one to answer questions? What I mean is, once a person decides that they want to seek after God for themselves, why not let the books answer your questions instead of trying to analyze it? Because you're not gonna get very far. I
don't think the answers are in those books, but I still love you.
Bubs, you don't think it is, but have you even checked?
I've been reading the Bible regularly with you, babes.
We're not reading it regularly.
I'm Jaylo loves Jesus. Now give me a kiss.
No. Are you promise not to say more blasphemous stuff, Bubs?
Ever?
Ever.
I can't do that, babes.
Bubs?
What?
You be good to your Jaylo.
I am good at my Jaylo.
Are you going to promise to try to stop saying accusatory things about Christians?
Give me a kiss, babes.
Say yes. Say you promise.
I love you, babes. Yeah. Give me a kiss. Can I tell you something, babes?
No. What is it?
I'm a hardcore Christian, but I've just been faking. Now give me a kiss.
Oh my goodness,
you know that, babes. You know that I'm really a man of the cloth. So
you're not a man of you're not a man of a cloth.
Give me a kiss.
You're my man, but you're not the man of the cloth.
Give me a kiss, honey. Give me a kiss, honey.
All right. My boyfriend, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm a good one, babes. I'm your best boyfriend.
Well, he is good to me, I will say.
Yes.
He's very good to me.
Yes. And
despite his ignorance, he's very good.
Well.
And accusatory questions.
I believe you're ignorant on spiritual stuff, but we've already discussed that. So I'm not hiding it. It's not like I'm pretending, Alana's so smart about spirituality.
No, there's some things about spirituality that I don't understand, and it's outside of my own beliefs. Yeah. But that doesn't mean that I'm ignorant about it.
Oh, I love you, babes. Yes.
I don't know. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm not a Christian, but I still love one.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, let's go on.
Let's move on, babes.
Yeah.
We watched another episode of The Boys. We were one episode away from the season finale, which I was hoping to watch yesterday because of how it ended. But you're like, I know, Bob.
Well, there were some things I wanted to get done, and I also wanted to cook early.
Yes.
Because we were going to cook a lot, so.
Do you want me to give a recap of yesterday's episode?
Yes.
It starts off, Homelander is looking at these video pictures of everyone from Butcher's crew. Mm. He calls the 7 into the meeting, who are now the 5, because your buddy,
he's not my buddy,
kind of got demoted.
And Translucent is now dead.
Yes. And he basically says, ever since Starlight came aboard this operation, we have been losing our strength. We're down to 5.
Yeah.
He shows a picture of Huey Campbell, and she's like, well, that's Huey. What's he doing here?
Yeah.
On the screen.
Yeah.
Explains Huey killed Translucent.
Yeah.
And has a confrontation with A-Train and says, you know why he did that? And Homelander explains it was because A-Train killed his girlfriend.
I actually liked when A-Train was confronted.
Yeah.
Because it was coming to light that, and A-Train denies that was on purpose.
And I don't think he intentionally killed Robin. I think that was a byproduct of his addiction.
Right. He just didn't realize it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So Homelander's getting pissed at your girl Starlight when Maeve steps in and says, listen, so you made a mistake, Homelander. It's not the end of the world. We'll deal with it.
Yeah.
And Homelander's basically like, okay, Maeve, she's your responsibility.
Right. Yeah.
It might have been a little bit later in the episode, but Maeve and Starlight are talking, and Maeve says, everybody wants to know what our weakness is.
Yeah.
Is it this type of metal, or a specific gun, or something weird? But the truth is...
it's people.
Yeah, our weakness is just like everybody else's. It's people.
Uh-huh.
Which I love that. I love that little monologue.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, our crew has been busted.
Yeah.
So all of MM's accounts have been frozen. Huey's dad is being kind of held captive by A-Train.
Right.
And so now they got to figure stuff out.
And they're trying to figure out who Kimiko is.
Yeah, I mean, they have a little bit more idea after talking to Mesmer.
Right.
Oh, by the way, that's another thing I forgot to mention.
Mesmer,
Butcher kills him at the beginning of the episode, and that's great the way he does it.
Yeah, that's right, yeah, because he was the one who blackmailed.
Who snitched on them to Homeland.
Yep. He did.
And Butcher knew that because he was tracking the phone.
Ah, yes.
So, Huey goes to see A-Train.
At his dad's place.
At his dad's place. Gets the dad out of there. And then Kimiko comes in and hits him, I think, with some sort of a hammer on the knees. And then they get out of there.
And they get out of there, yeah. And the dad has to go in hiding.
With
MM's family.
Yep, and MM's wife, Monique, is, let's just say, she's a little bit pissed. She
doesn't want to see him again.
Yeah.
And we don't know, I don't know what's going to happen with that. So the mom and the daughter is taken into custody.
Because Butcher finally makes the deal with Raina from the, it might even be the CIA, it's one of them.
FBI, I think.
Yeah.
CIA.
He gives over the Compound V. They get funding and a bunch of other stuff, but they don't get Homelander.
Yeah.
And Raina is talking to Madeline Stillwell. And like, listen, we got you dead to rights here.
Yeah.
When she's called out.
Yeah.
She sees a video of a super terrorist.
Yep.
And she's freaked out because now we got to let Soups into the military to stop them.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's like, yeah.
They created the problem and they just so happen to have the solution.
Yeah.
Annie is upset with Huey, who keeps calling her.
Yeah.
Finally, she says, I want to meet you.
Yeah.
They go to meet on a bench. They're talking. She still doesn't believe it. Then Butcher comes and shoots her. Huey says, I'm sorry, and then leaves with Butcher. And that's the end of the episode.
Wow. And just leaves her there.
Yeah, this is a great episode. What are your overall thoughts?
I feel really bad for Starlight because now she's in this very, very complicated web of deception with Butcher on the run because he's trying to kill all the Soups off. Including her when she didn't know anything, really. She was just an innocent bystander. And Huey knows that Starlight is good and she's not a part of the Corrupt Seven. Even though she works for them, but she wants to get out of it. And then she's telling Huey, you're the only one that I thought I could count on. And then, and then Monique, MM's wife, is saying, I thought you told me that was the last time you were going to work with Billy Butcher. And then you hear the side story about Becca Butcher and what happened with her.
Oh yeah, I forgot that.
Yeah.
Homelander's investigating whatever became of Becca.
And and Butcher has told, I know Huey knows, but does MM and Frenchie know?
I'm assuming so because they've all known each other for years. Those are his guys. So they never show it on camera, but that's my assumption is that they already know.
Okay.
And I think MM even, because there's another great scene in this episode where he goes up to Butcher and says, you know what I think? I think Raina was willing to give us everything we wanted except for Homelander.
Right.
And I think he might have mentioned Butcher in that speech.
Okay.
I mean, mentioned Becca.
Right.
I could be wrong.
And
though.
so they're talking about what happened to Becca, and of course it sounds like Madeline Stillwell doesn't know what happened, what Homelander did with Becca.
We'll get there.
I guess I'll get there soon.
Yeah.
But I'm sure she's not going to be happy, or maybe she will be. I don't know. And I felt really bad for Starlight. I did. I felt really bad for it because she really didn't know, and she also doesn't know about the controversy with Compound V.
Yeah, because Huey kind of sprung that on her, but she still doesn't believe him.
Yeah. She thought that she had that power for as long as she was a baby, since she was a baby, and didn't know how she got it. Yeah. So, interesting.
I feel really bad for Monique.
I do too, and the daughter.
Yeah. When she says to Mother's Milk, I never want to see you again. Uh-huh. At the end, or near the last part.
And then when Butcher was trying to talk to the little girl, and she's like, he's not your uncle. He's not anything to you. And I did feel bad for her because was trying to keep his family protected, but he was also in this crazy assignments with Butcher. Yeah. And Butcher, even though he missed his wife, he was on a rampage trying to kill all the superheroes.
Okay.
Well, it seemed like that to me.
A question I have for you about
Yeah.
Butcher is definitely better with in his life.
Yeah.
I believe.
Yeah.
And needs to be there to help Butcher take down Vought.
Yes.
But did do the right thing by hiding this from Monique?
No. Now, maybe in the beginning he thought that it was a good idea because she obviously knew who Billy Butcher was. Yeah. She didn't want him to have any more contact with him. And I guess in his with him he was like, well, if I tell her she's not going to let me do it. Yeah. And I have to. And Butcher enlisted me to help with Frenchie and him. So, but I think in all actuality, Butcher really wants to do good by his family. I'm sorry. wants to do good by his family, and he doesn't, he's now between a rock and a hard place. Mm-hmm. Because he wants to protect his family, he loves his family, but he also is trying to save the world from these superheroes. So, it's hard. Yeah. He's between a rock and a hard place now.
Do you think that Huey did the right thing by just leaving Starlight there at the end of the episode?
Well, because I didn't watch these episodes and you did, yeah, I would say no. Okay. And I may think differently after I see the last one of the season. Mm. But now that I've seen it, I would say no, he shouldn't have left her there. And I was wondering why he left with Butcher.
What do you think of Queen Maeve in this episode?
I don't know. I kind of wonder if she has ulterior motives. Maybe she ends up becoming friends with Starlight. I have no idea. Interesting. I don't know. Okay. Maybe she was good when she said leave her alone. She doesn't know. Mm-hmm. But would she be a help to Starlight? I don't know.
Do you feel bad because Huey's father will miss a couple episodes, at least, of Remington Steele and Dateline?
I feel bad that he had to go in hiding. That's what I feel bad about. And he doesn't know, I don't think he even knows about what's going on with the superheroes, really, right?
Now he has a little bit of an idea, but he doesn't know the full picture.
And he doesn't know why Huey was gone for so long.
Correct.
Because he still lives with his father. Yes. And, Starlight's like, well, I haven't seen your place,
That was earlier in the episode after they were in the hotel.
Yeah, and it's like, I understand he wants to protect his father, but for how long? Yes. How long? And I feel bad for him because he really does seem like a nice guy.
Well, good. Yeah, he does. He's just a weak guy.
He's very passive.
I like when Butcher comes in, he's just like, Mr. Campbell. And he's like introducing himself to Huey's dad. Uh-huh. Shakes his head. I don't know. Something about that.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. But But you said that you saw, we talked about this the other day, right? When you were saying that you saw an interview with him, Carl Urban.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Okay. Yes. It's funny that to you he seemed a lot more laid back than his character.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I guess we'll see in the last episode of the first season what happens with Starlight.
So far in the series, what's your favorite episode that you've seen?
Maybe this one is.
Yeah, it's up there for sure.
I think this one is just because everything is coming out in the wash.
Mm-hmm.
A-Train with killing Robin. The Popclaw thing is on the way, coming out. And A-Train is crying because of Popclaw, but he was the one he told me he's the one who killed her. But nobody knows it yet. And the thing with Homelander's coming out and Starlight, and Huey and, what's going on with them. And the what happened with Becca and what Homelander did with Becca or to Becca. So yeah.
Does this episode in any way make you feel sorry for Homelander? Because he talks to the scientist who raised him, and the guy basically says, "You're my greatest failure."
In some ways I do, but in some ways I don't. Remember when he's like, "Yeah, I raised you this way," and he goes, "And I turned out great."
Yeah. And then I made a joke right afterwards, and you're like, "No."
What did you say?
I said, "Oh yeah, raping bitches and letting planes crash with innocent people."
I know that was very sarcastic. I just thought it was funny. It's like, and I turned out great. You know what? He just said it matter of factly.
Yeah.
I feel sorry for him in a little bit, but not a whole lot.
Okay.
Not right now, anyway.
Nice.
Because he was the one who let that plane crash with a bunch of kids. I don't really feel bad about it.
Well, good.
I don't feel bad for him.
Nice.
That I think he should have been. I think he should have been killed off after that one.
Oh.
That's just me, though.
Yes.
And that he also crashed another plane.
That's right, in the first episode.
The father and son, yeah. Mm-hmm. And they didn't do anything wrong.
The father was trying to blackmail Madeline, though.
Oh, okay.
Remember?
What part?
And she wants to give them Nubian prints for $300 million a year, and the guy says, "I know about Compound V.
Oh.
I only want to pay $200 million.
Nubian Prince is what?
He's a superhero, babes.
Okay, Nubian Prince is a superhero, but do we ever see him?
No.
Okay. He just...
I don't think we do.
Someone that's... and we don't know about Black Noir either.
No.
Okay.
We just know that Homelander's like, okay, Black Noir, you're good. Everybody else, we've been slipping.
What is a noir?
A noir is a type of film, babes. Or novel that has to center around crime.
Okay, I didn't know, Bubs.
Uh-oh.
I just why I'm asking.
Uh-oh. Doesn't hurt to study,
Bubs!
okay?
I didn't need your commentary.
Okay, babes, I love you. What's you thinking, babes?
Bubs.
What?
I don't know, Bubs. You're something else.
I know. I didn't grow up as sheltered as some people.
Bubs.
What?
I wasn't that sheltered.
I love you, babes. I love you, babes. All right, now give me a kiss.
No.
Yeah.
Why?
Because you want to.
Do I?
Yes. So come over here and give me a kiss.
No.
Yeah, because you want to.
You'll be in order this morning, Bubs.
Well, now you're going to get a kiss.
Why?
Because you want one, so give me a kiss.
Do I?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now.
We watched a couple episodes of Seinfeld.
So funny.
You give the recaps.
I do? Well, okay, I'll give the basic premise. The first episode, that was the one with the rash.
Yes.
Elaine goes into the doctor's office. It starts off with her going to the doctor's office, and she sees on her chart that it says difficult. And she's coming in there because she's got this rash and she doesn't know how to how to relieve herself of this rash.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, "Excuse me, I have a rash and it's really, really itchy." And she's like scratching herself with the paper, and she's like, "This is what did she say? This is like, why does it say on my chart that I'm difficult?" Go on, please.
Oh, and then it gets crazy. At one point, she tries to steal her chart, and the wildness ensues in the episode. Yes.
I thought it was hilarious.
It was a good episode, babes. We're giving a brief recap.
What about the next one, Bubs?
Next one, Jerry tries to pull off or Kramer gets Jerry involved in this mail fraud thing by sending him a broken CD player or stereo system.
Right.
George is attracted to this lady who works at a photo shop and has Kramer take these erotic pictures of him.
Really sexy photos of Jerry.
And again, that's just another good episode.
That was really funny.
So part of the reason I'm giving Seth's brief descriptions is because I'm having trouble remembering everything that happened.
That's fine. Yes. And we could always rewatch them again.
Uh-oh. Yeah, that's a great show.
They're pretty funny.
Yes. I watched an interview with Jerry Seinfeld last night after you went to bed.
Really? What did he say?
He talked like this. He said, "I went to the ghetto, but I never got beat up."
That's Jim Carrey.
Oh. No, he was basically just talking about how people always ask him why the show ended after 9 years when he was offered $5 million an episode to do a 10th season. Mm-hmm. And he said a lot of people think it was just because it was a lot of work. And he said, yeah, I worked a lot when I was doing the show, but that wasn't the main reason why I quit. He said, I just felt like it was time. And as a comedian, you always want to leave people wanting a little bit more. And he said, if I had done a 10th season, he thought that people would have thought that the show went on too long.
Yeah, I think you're right. Well, it's just like if you've lived in an apartment for so many years and you realize, you know what? I need another environment. I need different surroundings. I need a different place in the city. It's time to move on, and I'm ready to go.
Exactly.
Yeah, you just know when you know.
So this was when he was promoting that kids film he did, B-Movie?
Yes, B-Movie, yeah.
And Charlie Rose did the interview, and he's like, so are you going to make more movies? And he's like, probably not. You know, this was fun, but I've done it now.
Yeah.
I really like that Jerry Seinfeld, he did a couple films, but he never really tried to become a movie star.
Yeah. He was just in a cartoon.
And there was that documentary. Comedians, I think it's called, or Comedian.
Okay. But
he didn't focus on a film career. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, well, and also, too, he got married and he had 2 children.
Three.
He
played to his strengths.
Huh?
He played to his strengths.
Yes. What do you mean by 3?
He had 3 kids.
Oh, I thought he had 2.
Well, according to him, he had 3.
Oh, okay.
Unless there's one that the wife doesn't know about, and he was just really hoping that she never tuned in. And then
I do remember when the wife had a cookbook for how to put more veggies in your meals and getting kids to like these meals.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, because she was like she had a cookbook that came out.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't you say that there was controversy with her cookbook?
I think some lady sued her.
Wow.
And he was also talking about how it was really good to have Larry David on the show. And people sometimes get it wrong, and I got this incorrectly too. According to Jerry, it's not that the character of George is based on Larry David, but a lot of the premises that he would come up with would oftentimes be used for the character of George. And he said one of the reasons it was so good to have Larry David there is they were good sounding boards. So if somebody came to Jerry and Larry with an idea for the show and they both liked it, it meant that it was usually a good idea. And he said that even with him, if there's just one person on board, it's harder to have a good sounding board for comedy with just one person. So he felt that was something that lacked once Larry left, and that he tried to alternate his time with different writers. It's pretty interesting.
Wow. That is interesting.
Yes. Is there anything else you want to say about Jerry Seinfeld?
No.
He's French, by the way.
Jerry Seinfeld.
Yes, he's not French. I made that up.
I think he might be Jewish.
He was Jewish, and he was raised in France.
That was one of the episodes where
he was not
Kramer. What?
No, go ahead.
That was one of the episodes where Kramer was trying to cook all this Jewish food.
Oh yeah, that was yesterday. That was good. And then it turned out that Frank had a flashback. George's
dad.
Yeah. I love when George's parents yell at each other.
Frank and what's his wife's name? Was it Estelle?
I think it is.
Yeah.
And then he gets up. He's like, "This omelet is too dry." And then he just starts making an omelet.
And he's like,
"I'm back, baby."
Yeah, it's like your meatloaf is this way, and your whatever is too greasy, and I'm back, baby. I'm cooking.
Their interaction is so great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she was also the voice of Mrs. Potato Head, and I thought it was really funny at the end of I think it was Toy Story 3, where she's like, "And here's your angry eyes, and here's this, and here's this."
Oh my goodness!
You said that was funny.
That was funny.
She's so funny.
Yes. Well, good, babes. Anything else you want to say about Seinfeld or these episodes?
Super funny.
Yes.
I thought it was funny because I think Newman was like, "I don't know how to cook. I don't even know how to mince." He's trying to make all these Jewish things.
Oh,
he's like,
goodness.
"I got this cooking at Newman's place. I got this cooking at Jerry's place." So funny.
Well, good.
Good.
Babes.
Yes.
No, you go ahead.
I think it's even funnier because I don't think Kramer's Jewish.
No, he's not.
Anyway, okay.
It is a little bit weird watching the show knowing that Michael Richards is racist.
Well, when he made that comment, but didn't he apologize for it, you said?
Yeah, but anybody can apologize for something. You know. That doesn't mean that, you know.
Yeah, but some people have been, I don't know, some people have been ousted for something that they said like a long time ago, and they didn't even say it publicly. I don't know.
He did say it publicly. He was on stage when he said it.
Not him. Other people.
Okay.
Yeah.
But he's still great on the show.
He is.
You know, he might be racist, but he's a funny racist.
Didn't you say that he got back into show business for a while?
I don't remember saying that.
Or that he apologized or something? I don't know.
We just said that he apologized, babes.
Or not apologize, but he's doing, I thought you said he was acting still, but I don't know if that's right.
I don't remember saying that. Maybe he is.
Okay.
He did that great arc on Curb Your Enthusiasm.
What did he do?
He played Michael Richards. They did a whole thing on one of the seasons where Larry David wants to impress I think it's his ex-wife, so he orchestrates a Seinfeld reunion.
Uh-huh.
And Michael Richards is on it, and it's after the scandal happened.
Was that funny?
Yes, because he is now, his assistant is like from the Nation of Islam.
I want it to be a little bit more woke, right?
Yeah.
The identity politics crowd would be very happy about that. I guess.
My goodness, it happens on both sides, baby.
Oh my goodness, whatever.
It does, but I still love you. John Stewart made an interesting point the other day, babes.
About Michael Richards?
Well, no, about cancel culture.
Yeah.
I don't completely agree with it.
Okay.
They played the clip on Kyle and Crystal and Friends.
Oh, okay.
With Kyle Kulinski from Secular Talk and Crystal Ball.
So he has a couple of podcasts in.
He does. He's great.
Okay.
And but John Stewart in the clip said, when somebody talks about cancel culture, it's usually the only thing they like to talk about is cancel culture. And I thought, oh, that's really interesting and kind of true. But anyways.
I don't know if I agree with that, Bub.
From what I've seen, there's some truth to that.
I don't think so.
Oh.
I just think when it's something that, when someone is being canceled for the stupidest reasons, I think there's reason to talk about it, but I don't think they talk about it all the time.
I love listening to Joe Rogan, but there are times where he would just not shut up about cancel culture. It's like, dude, there's other stuff going on in the world.
I know that there is, but he's passionate about it. I mean, I'm passionate about cancel culture, but I don't talk about it all the time. I think it's ridiculous.
Oh. Well, I still love you, babes.
I do.
I think it's ridiculous, and it happens on both sides, but we already know that, babes.
Oh, my goodness.
Anything else you want to say about Seinfeld for now?
No.
No.
But I will say this. Jim Carrey doing the impression of Jerry Seinfeld, really funny.
Yeah, we've talked about that many times before.
I know.
Okay.
I know. I'm just reiterating.
My name is
Hey! Bubs!
Sorry, babes, I didn't know.
Seriously, you're being ornery.
So I need a kiss, that's why I'm on.
No.
No, but that's why I'm ornery, babes.
No.
No, that's why I'm ornery. I haven't been kissed today.
You say so.
Sorry, but I haven't been kissed
I
today.
just kissed you a few minutes ago.
I don't remember that.
You do?
No, I don't. Give me a kiss.
You must have some short-term memory going on
Because I
there.
haven't been kissed today, so give me a kiss. Yeah, give me a kiss.
No.
Yeah.
Why?
Because you want to, so give me a kiss.
No.
Yeah, you want to. I love you, babes.
Ah,
What?
honestly.
What?
There's something else, Bubs.
Thank you, babes. I'm something good.
I love you too.
Good.
Good most of the time, not always.
What's good most of the time?
You're something good most of the time, but...
Oh, and the other times it's just because I challenge you a little bit there, Jaylo.
Oh, okay.
Babes.
Yeah?
I was going to say I made a mistake, but it really wasn't that bad.
Okay.
I was going to say I should have started roasting the garlic earlier yesterday.
Oh, really?
Just because it would have been made more sense time-wise, but everything ended up coming together.
It was delicious.
We ended up making...
We made some rigatoni with rosemary, garlic rosemary bread. It was delicious.
It was.
So good.
I would have preferred just a tad bit more garlic in the rosemary bread.
Yeah.
But overall, I thought it turned out good.
It was crunchy on the outside and moist on the inside, and so good.
I don't think, babes, that I've made rosemary bread since 2014.
Oh.
I'm going to start doing it more.
Yeah, and we were going to put cheese in the bread, but it...
I forgot.
We both forgot about it, actually. But we put cheese in our pasta, I think, right?
At the end, yeah.
At the end, we put cheese in our pasta.
It turned out pretty good.
It was delicious.
Yes.
Yeah, it was very good. I will be eating that later.
Nice.
Because you said you didn't want the pasta. But the bread was... Yeah, the bread was good.
Okay, babes.
Uh-huh.
I know this has come up before.
Uh-oh.
But I'm bringing it up again.
Okay.
Thoughts on food processors from Alana Jaylo.
I don't have any thoughts right now.
Okay.
I just don't, the way that I see it right now is the reason why I don't want yours yet is because I don't really see myself making a lot of breads. And maybe it's because I also have a worry that I'm not going to be able to fit it anywhere because I've got appliances on one side of my counter and I've got appliances on the other side of my counter and I've got a toaster on the other side of the counter and I'm just worried that I won't have enough room.
Okay.
And that's why I've been very, very slow to answer your questions about food processors.
Nice. I'm having some problems with my sink. It's not draining properly.
Uh-oh.
But I contacted maintenance about it. So if they fixed it, then when I get home, I might do some more bread.
I really think that I need to contact my manager on tomorrow because one of my burners was working and then I don't know when it stopped doing when it started doing some really weird things because it would heat, but then it wouldn't distribute the heat throughout the coils. Yeah,
we discovered that on Friday. Or you had known it, but I wasn't sure about it.
I have known it. I wasn't sure if it was. I mean, I've known about it for a while, but I don't remember when it started doing that. I couldn't tell you. And I have an inspection next month, and I really want to make sure that that's taken care of, and I'm going to test it again today, but I really think I need to contact her and say, hey, look, one of my back burners is not functioning well, and I hope it's not the coil.
Nice.
Yeah. All my other burners are functioning well, and I need to clean them out. But
yes.
But the one on the far right corner is just not doing its thing.
Ugh.
I know. I don't like it.
Yes.
It would do its thing, but it wouldn't heat, like, it wouldn't come to a boil or whatever it is. I don't like that.
Babes.
Yes.
Last night, you played Lil Anthony and the Imperials. And
I played Chicago first, and then I played Little Anthony and the Imperials.
Yes. The Imperials did not have that many hits. One of them you absolutely hate.
Actually, they did, but for some reason, and they made more than one album, but for some reason, I don't know why Amazon Music does it. Like, sometimes for playlists, they'll play what they've got, but they won't play everything else.
Yeah. Well, if they don't have it, they can't play it.
I don't like that. I think they had more hits than they're playing. So
you were hesitating, what should we play? And finally I just said, Miss A, give us some Prince.
Yeah.
And we listened to the purple one for a while.
The purple one.
Yes. How did you feel about that?
There's a lot of songs that I like from Prince, and I thought that he was very innovative with his sound. And I didn't realize until much later that he played guitar.
Yes.
That was pretty cool.
In fact, they played the version of Why My Guitar Gently Weeps that he did with Jeff Lynne, Tom Petty, and George Harrison.
It was really good.
It was.
George Harrison was gone by then, right?
Yeah, this was at a tribute to him.
Yeah, it was a good version.
They started off with my favorite Prince song, which is
When Doves Cry.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
I don't know why they don't put doves in it, but anyway.
How do you feel knowing that that's my all-time favorite Prince song? Are you good with that? Do you have issues?
I don't have issues. I mean, whatever is your favorite Prince song, I don't have issues.
What's your favorite song by him?
I don't know. There's so many that are really fun. Like, Kiss is a fun song, Little Red Corvette, When Doves Cry. I really don't know, to be honest.
Nice.
Darling Nikki is
That's
a very
fun song.
Controversial song, but it's also fun.
Yeah. Then Nikki started to grind.
Anyway.
Oh, I love that song.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah. But it was weird because at the end of it, it played the stuff backwards.
Yeah. Yes.
And I think I found a clip of the ending of the song, and they played it forward, and it was something like "Hello, you," something. Yeah, it was a weird ending.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, babes.
Yes.
After eating, we watched a biopic.
Yes, we did.
I think it's called Professor Marsden and the Wonder Woman.
Professor Marston and the Wonder Women, yeah.
I had heard this was a good movie, and I knew it was about the creator of Wonder Woman, but that's all I knew going in. And that's all you were aware of because I had nothing else to go on.
We didn't have anything to go on.
Yeah.
We just thought it was about, basically how he came up with the idea, but we didn't know it was going to go into detail.
I'll give a very brief overview of the movie since I don't want to give too much away.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff in it.
Marsden is married to a woman and
Elizabeth,
and it kind of flashes back and forth between the 40s and the 20s.
Yeah. And
eventually time moves forward in the 20s. It's interesting the way that they do it.
Yeah.
But she wants to be a professor, and because she's a woman, she's kind of held back in life.
Yeah.
Then he gets a student named Olive. One thing leads to another.
Olive happens to be hired as their assistant.
Yeah. And the three of them start a relationship together. Olive gets pregnant. She has 2 sons. Elizabeth ends up having a daughter. They all live together. And Marsden kind of gets into the bondage community. Eventually decides that a good way to disseminate his ideas on bondage and just philosophy in general is through a comic book because it'll reach the masses.
Mm-hmm.
So he designs Wonder Woman. It becomes a success, but he's having issues at home because people in the neighborhood are starting to ask questions.
Yeah, and the kids are thinking that they're spreading lies about their parents and Olive, and they're saying, well, and the one neighbor said, it's not the kids' fault.
Yeah.
It's your fault. We're not blaming the kids at all, but I don't think that we should have, your kids associate with my kids because of you.
They get into a fight. There's a really cool, an interesting scene where one of their neighbors walks into the house. Olive is dressed up as a nurse, and Elizabeth, along with Professor Marston, are tied up naked to each other.
Yeah, Bill.
Yes.
Yeah. And she didn't know what to say.
Mm-hmm. Eventually, Olive leaves with their 2 kids, and the kids come back on weekends to visit them.
Mm-hmm.
Professor Marsden gives testimony about his comic book, has some health issues. They beg Olive to come back to the family. She agrees as long as they get a new oven and give her some free time.
Because she's with the kids all day.
It says something at the end about how Marsden lived to 1971. Olive died in 1985.
Elizabeth lives
lived to be 100.
His name was William Marston. Okay. He dies before Olive and Elizabeth lives to be 100.
Mm-hmm. This was not my favorite movie, but I thought it was really interesting. I'd give it a strong 7.
And I gave it a 6.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because?
Well, there is a lot of, I think if I was a strong feminist, I probably would like it more. And that also kind of, because I didn't really go into my women's studies class yet. And that also reminded me of what it was like in my women's studies class when they're talking about like women's issues, women's lib, and the lifestyle stuff. But they didn't talk about like, they didn't talk about like menage a trois or bondage, sadomasochism, stuff like that. But it seemed like women were trying to get freedoms as a way to express themselves sexually in that time. And I don't know, I thought there was, I guess there was some uncomfortable parts with it, and I didn't really like Elizabeth's character. I thought she was really neurotic, and I also think that there was one disturbing scene where Olive goes to this thing called the baby party, and she ends up whipping one of her subordinates.
Who is not a baby.
Who is not a baby, but she was a pledge master that was ordered to whip this girl. Mm. And they were asking her how she felt, and they were talking about, oh, she's lying about this, and this is when the lie detector stuff comes in. It was just like a lot of stuff of it was like, I just thought some parts of it were really disturbing to me. And if I was a strong feminist, I probably would like it better.
That's fair, because I think people have to bring their own life experience to watching a movie.
Yeah.
I definitely know that I do. And so you gave it a low grade based on reasons that I disagree with, but I can't disagree with your life experience. That would be unfair. Yeah. So I wish you would give it a higher score, but I understand your reasoning, even if it's not reasoning that I particularly have in my life.
And I don't know if I could, and for that reason, I don't know if I could recommend it to anyone. I don't think my mom would like it.
I doubt your mom would like it.
I don't know who else would like it. Maybe somebody would, but I don't know anyone in my family that would either like it or, I don't know. Maybe one of my cousins would like it, but who knows?
Yeah, you don't want to be caught recommending a movie.
I don't want to, I really can't. I can't recommend a movie that I wouldn't watch again. What?
Sorry, babes, that was a
bad
impression.
What were you saying?
I was trying to do an impression, and that did not come out good.
No, what did you say?
Professor Marston, I'm going to tell you to my cousin.
Oh. But I will say the acting was very good.
Yeah.
I also was very surprised.
Go ahead.
Because I thought of Olive as really reserved.
Yeah.
I thought she was I thought she wasn't like Elizabeth at all. I thought Elizabeth was kind of vulgar, and I thought she was very neurotic, as Bill said she was.
Yeah.
And I thought that Elizabeth was more of a feminist than Olive was, to be honest.
Mm.
And I thought that Olive was being groomed for such a time as that. If that makes any sense.
I hear you.
Groomed for their sexual game, I guess.
Yes.
I don't know. I mean, that's how I think. I guess it's just not. It was just not for me.
A man named Rick, pseudonym the Bald God, in the past, before he had a Jaylo, fantasized about what it would be like to be in a relationship with two women and a live-in relationship with both of them. I've never had that. I've never had any threesomes. And it ain't looking good in that department. Like it's going to happen anytime soon.
I'm thankful.
Okay. But what I would like to know is there's the fantasy of the threesome and we're going to make a great family together versus the reality.
Well, that's exactly what Elizabeth said.
Right. There's a scene in this movie that I think is great where Bill has been getting into the bondage scene.
Yeah.
They go to some sort of a demonstration and Elizabeth's hands are tied. Olive's hands are tied.
Yeah.
And Elizabeth says, "You don't have to do this." Olive says, "I want to."
Mind.
Then Elizabeth runs out.
Yeah, she does.
To me, that's a sign of possessiveness on Elizabeth's part.
Oh, wow. Really?
What did you think?
I thought she was protecting her, but I could have been completely wrong about that. And then, what about that one scene where she's the one who's tying Elizabeth? Or tying Olive? And I was asking you, is she shaking? Is she scared? I don't know what she's thinking during this whole scene. Mm-hmm. I also thought it was kind of strange, but she was tying the rope around her entire body. So I thought she was protecting her. But
no, I thought that was her trying to be possessive, because if she was just protecting her, why would she leave the room when Olive gave her the okay?
Right, and then she ended up being the one tying her from head to toe.
But here's what I want to know from you, and we'll take it out of the realm of being in a relationship with two attractive women and living with them and getting to have your fun. Has there ever been a time when one of your fantasies have come true and you've seen the dark side of it? Where things, you got your wish and the wish wasn't everything you thought it would be.
I don't know if I could, you mean as far as relationships go?
No, just in any aspect of your life.
I had to really think about that. I really had to think about that. But that is a very thought-provoking topic.
Yes.
That is a very thought-provoking topic.
Yes.
I really have to search the corners of my mind to think about something that I thought was great, but the reality of it was just horrible.
You thought was going to be great.
Yes. I had this idea about it, but it was really bad. I had to think about that.
Yes.
You're not talking about you're talking about actual fantasies happening.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not going to say from my own life, but there have been a few experiences. And we'll just leave it at that.
I think that's a good idea.
So let's move on from this film, since we've kind of covered it in a quick way.
I mean, maybe there was a time that it almost did come true, but I realized that it wouldn't have been a good idea.
I don't know if I want to count that.
Oh.
Is there anything else you want to say about this movie? We'll make this a quick one.
No, I just can't recommend it, but if you want to recommend it to somebody, what would you say?
I would say it is a look at sexuality from the 1920s to pretty much the mid to late 40s. And it is a look at sexuality through the lens of very intelligent people who go through some struggles. There's another good scene where Elizabeth is talking and she says, Bill, you want to say you're a professor, but you haven't done that for years. I see myself as an intellectual, but I'm a secretary.
Yeah.
And it really...
And then she looks at Olive and says, and you, well, I don't even know what you are.
Yeah, it makes you question what is reality in a lot of different ways.
I also want to say that it sounded to me like, according to the history of the sky, Wonder Woman was a lot more risque than it is now, because when I was a kid, I vaguely remember the Wonder Woman show.
Mm-hmm.
Vaguely remember it. Because I was so young and it came out before my time. But I didn't think of her as like a feminist, a hardcore feminist and sexual being or whatever it is. Because they were talking about like how she would make people tell the truth.
Yeah. Corporations always try to tone down art, I think. And that's something I hate about corporate America. We don't need things to be watered down.
I honestly think if you don't like it, don't buy the comics.
Exactly.
I mean, that's exactly what I say. I mean, if you don't like what Wonder Woman stands for, don't support it.
Yep. And Queen Maeve is based on Wonder Woman, so.
Right.
Yes.
So that's interesting. Huh.
Yes.
That is very interesting. But I'm sorry, I cannot recommend it to anybody I know, but
But you did like aspects of the movie, or else you would have given it less than a 6.
It really made me think about things,
mm-hmm.
even if I didn't agree with it.
Nice.
Even if I didn't agree with it.
Yes. Well, good, babes.
Good.
We watched the second film called Bye Birdie.
And that was fun.
Or Birdie?
Birdie, not Birdie.
Okay. I thought they were French.
So here is the premise.
Tell me.
Conrad Birdie is a singer and musician, and he's all the teenage craze in Sweet Apple, Ohio. And he is planning to go into the military, but before he goes into the military, he wants to choose a young woman to kiss.
On the Ed Sullivan Show.
As a symbolic of kissing his old life goodbye.
Mm-hmm.
On the Ed Sullivan Show. Would you like to give the recap?
I will give part of it.
Okay.
Because I was kind of talking to you during this, and I think you were making some jokes, and I was trying to tell you not to ruin the movie.
I was not. You were ruining the movie.
What did I do? I honestly don't remember what I did.
You said you were making jokes about me, and I forgot what else, and I said, would you stop ruining the movie? I'm trying to watch the movie.
Oh my goodness. Well, I wish you would have spoken up, babes.
I did.
Oh.
I said, stop ruining the movie.
I'm
trying to watch it.
In that case, I wish I would have listened.
Ugh.
But, so, Dick Van Dyke in this movie plays a struggling songwriter who has a relationship with Conrad Birdie, but they've never worked together. He's near the end of his rope.
His name is Albert Peterson.
Yep. And his girl, Rose, convinces the people at the show to let Conrad perform one of Dick Van Dyke's songs. So he's thrilled. They go to the small town. Hijinks ensue. Jaylo, keep going.
So Rosie decides, okay, well, we're going to, that's Conrad Birdie, right? He's at the end of his rope. Or was it?
No, Dick Van Dyke. Albert.
So to promote Conrad Birdie, she decides, and I think she works for like a newspaper place, right?
I don't know. I thought she worked for Dick Van Dyke.
Or a PR. I forgot what she was, but
I think she's PR.
She said, "Okay, somewhere in Sweet Apple, Ohio, there's a young woman named Kim McAfee, and she is on the phone right now. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna tap the phone and I'm gonna listen to the conversation because she wants to promote Conrad Birdie coming into town."
I didn't know that she tapped the phone, but you were paying more attention.
Or not tapped the phone, but wired it or whatever.
No, she was just going to wait for Kim to get off the line so that she could call and give her the news.
Oh, okay, whatever it was. Anyway, maybe she wasn't tapping the phone, but she was on the phone, talking to her friend Ursula, saying that Hugo pinned her, who was her, in those days that meant that they were steadies.
Yep.
So they're all, and she's all spreading the word and saying, Hugo and Kim are in love, and now they're going steady.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Stop what?
Keep your eyes to yourself, bub.
Okay.
Well, just hold mine. Okay. Anyway, so that's going on. She gets a call from Hugo. I guess he wants her to come and see him. She gets the news that Conrad Birdie has chosen her as the young girl that he wants to kiss before he leaves for the army.
Mm-hmm.
Go on, please.
Conrad comes to the town. He kisses Kim. She faints
It's a rehearsal.
Well, no, she faints earlier when she gets kissed by him at City Hall. And I didn't see it, but your man referenced it later in the movie. Her boyfriend, Hugo.
Yeah.
And the dad is a little upset because he might get fired if she is on the show. But then he decides to go into business with Dick Van Dyke. And chaos ensues. Eventually, it looks like the Big Number and Kiss are going to be cut out of the show because of this Russian ballet troupe.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So, Dick Van Dyke, we should also say, is really close to his mom.
Very. He's a mama's boy.
Yep. And Rose has some issues with this.
Rosie don't like that.
Yep. Even though they're engaged, she goes on the prowl in the town.
Right.
They eventually realize they got to work together and still remain a couple and get married.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And they decide to drug the orchestra conductor and basically give him what seems like speed by getting him to drink it in some milk, which I don't think you could get away with today.
No.
But it made me laugh, so it's all good.
They probably, yeah.
Conrad gets his song and the kiss back in the show. Uh-huh. He's about to kiss your girl.
And Hugo punches him out.
Yes.
And punches him out and leaves him there.
And then Hugo and Kim hook up.
They run off.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And Dick Van Dyke marries Rosie and his mom marries somebody from the town.
Yep.
And Anne Margaret's father goes into business with Dick Van Dyke.
Yeah, it's funny. I think it's a fun show.
And Rosie, Dick Van Dyke get a house and separate beds and enjoy their lives together.
You're talking about the Dick Van Dyke Show.
Oh yes.
No, the Dick Van Dyke Show, and I was telling you earlier that I think it's a really funny show, and I haven't seen all of the shows. But I just thought he was hilarious on that show.
I haven't watched it, but I know that they slept in separate beds and they were married, so that kind of freaks me out.
With Mary Tyler Moore. Yeah, but that's just a show. I don't know that they shouldn't have done that, but
just don't show the bedroom. Don't show two separate beds. Come on.
Don't show the bedroom. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
But that's my own feeling, babes.
I know.
Yes.
But
they also had two different stalls in their bathroom, so.
They did?
No, I don't know.
Well, they did.
I never saw the show.
I like the bathrooms that have two different sinks.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, good.
Yeah, but anyway, those were the movies.
I'd give this movie a 7.
I would too.
Yeah.
I'd give it a 7.
It was fun. I don't know. It's a little bit weird to do character analysis on musicals.
There is a lot going on. I think it's funny that Kim. Well, actually, Anne Margaret was in her early 20s when she did the role of Kim McAfee.
Yeah, but that's typical, though.
Yeah, who was supposed to be. I think she was supposed to be 16.
There was always that rumor that she had a son who she conceived with Elvis Presley.
And I didn't know that. I didn't hear about that, actually.
I don't know if that's true or not. That's just what I've been told.
But I asked you a question about Conrad Birdie, and he seems like he was supposed to be a depiction of Elvis Presley.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Because especially how he sang.
Do you have any questions about the characters in this movie?
What did you think about Hugo?
I thought he was a typical teenager. I didn't find anything wrong with him or, I thought it was funny that he punts out Conrad and they don't reference it.
You just leave him there.
Yeah.
Now, do you think that Conrad Birdie was conceited?
Yeah, there's that great scene where he's staying at the McAfee's house, and he comes downstairs and he's like, they don't have this or that, or I guess this place will be okay for tonight, but I'm going someplace else tomorrow. But you don't see enough of him in this movie, which I kind of like that they use him sparingly.
They probably do that in the... I don't know if the musical... Like I said, I know it's a musical, but I don't know which came first, the musical or the movie.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought she was great. I thought she had a beautiful voice, too.
Yeah.
I thought the people that were cast as her friends... Like, I love that scene where the girls are like, we love you, Conrad. Oh, yes, we do. And then all the guys are like, we hate you, Conrad.
Conrad. Yeah.
I thought that was funny.
It was.
Because the guys were thinking that Conrad was taking all their women and poisoning their minds.
Yeah. It is interesting that the backdrop to this whole thing is Ed Sullivan.
Uh-huh.
And I want to say this movie came out in 1963.
Yeah.
And in 1964, the Beatles appear on Ed Sullivan.
Oh, that's funny.
And it's still, I think, one of the highest rated events in TV history.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yes.
Huh.
What do you think about that?
That's interesting. I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
And then they also did a musical number called Ed. I guess it was referring to the Ed Sullivan Show.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought that Kim McAfee's father was funny.
He was.
Yeah, that's where that song "Kids" came from. Kids, I don't know what's wrong with these kids.
I think that was the first time I heard that song.
I heard clips of the song, and then of course there's "Put on a Happy Face," which I didn't know that was.
I didn't know that was from this movie.
Clear cut. Yeah, blue skies are gonna clear up, or gray skies are gonna clear up.
Put on a happy face.
And I didn't know that that was in that play.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Neither did I, babes. But I still love you.
Okay. I don't know why you said that, but okay.
I don't know.
But it was a fun movie.
It was?
It was.
Yes. Jaylo.
Yeah.
Did you have any dreams last night?
I did not.
I had a couple. So we went to bed. I was drooling a lot, so I woke up at like 4:30. You got up a little bit after 6:20. We hung out for a while, and then I fell back asleep.
Yes. Well, it wasn't after. It was after. That was after breakfast.
That was. And you're like, "Oh, Bob, you should get up for the day," and I'm like, "I'm kind of falling asleep, babes." We come into the bedroom. I grab your arms. I rest, and then I wake up, and then I go back to bed.
And you said you had a dream.
Yeah, so the first dream was, before I got up the first time, it was just that I was falling. And the second dream was, we were in the cafeteria of my old school. You and I had broken up over the summer, and we were discussing whether or not we should get back together. And that was it.
I thought you said we broke up for 2 minutes.
Oh, maybe it was 2 minutes. I don't know. It's a dream, babes.
Okay.
Yes.
It's kind of funny.
Thank you, babe.
But it was your old school cafeteria?
Yes.
That is really funny.
It was.
That's pretty funny.
You should have been there, okay?
Well, I wasn't.
Okay.
I wasn't.
Yes.
Yes.
I wonder, babes.
Mm-hmm.
We were talking about Looney Tunes earlier.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a short film where I think it's Elmer Fudd is drugged by Bugs Bunny. And then Bugs decides to drug himself so he can go into Elmer Fudd's dreams and mess with him. Which is awesome. But do you think that they'll ever come up with technology that will allow you to enter somebody else's dream?
No. Just like I don't think that they would have a way to come up with a time machine. It's just a fun thing to think about.
Time machine, I'm less certain about. The dream thing.
Well, I mean, just like,
Good work.
I think about magic things in books like magic wands and things. I don't believe that they're going to have anything like that.
Yeah, I'm a lot more childlike in that way.
Oh, like what would happen if they had... I thought about what would happen if they actually had it.
Yeah, but you don't think that there's any possibility that there's magic out there in the universe?
I don't know that there is.
Where I think, oh, of course there is.
No, I mean...
Is it like Harry Potter exactly? No.
I mean, it's fun to think about invisibility cloaks. It's fun to think about magic wands and, princes and princesses and broomsticks for witches and things, but it's just an imagination. I mean, I don't really think it's real.
Nice.
It's fun to think of, the idea of a friendly mermaid that won't drown you, that's in the water, that likes to play.
Yes.
And it's fun to think about elves and fairies and good witches and things like in the fairy tales we read, but I don't think they're real.
Nice.
It's just, I have to remember it's not.
Well, good.
Yes.
Well, I'm happy for you, babes.
But you think that there might be a possibility that could happen?
Yeah, I don't think it's exactly like fairy tales. But do I believe that there's some sort of magic to the universe that we don't completely understand? Yes.
Well, there is witchcraft, but I don't even know that that's really magic.
I don't know the specifics.
I've heard of black magic, but not, and I also heard, and then there is such thing as witchcraft, but that's the only thing I know that's real.
I think that there's things to the universe that we don't fully understand that you could perceive as magic. And I think that knowing that or believing that, I think is kind of cool. There's stuff out there that I can't explain and nobody else can. I like that. And I believe there's aliens out there that have no interest in coming here.
Okay.
But it would be super cool if, like, tomorrow the aliens landed.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. Well, good, babes.
Wow, okay.
Is there anything else you want to talk about?
Well, what about the people who believe that there's personalities in their head?
But they're correct, though. People do have multiple personality syndrome.
So yeah, they do. But I mean, to us that are looking on the outside, we don't believe that these, that they're competent, right?
Well, I heard a theory once that I really like.
All right.
That our personality is not stored locally. So it's not like my personality, all of what is Rick, exists in the brain. It's just that my brain is a receiver that tunes into the frequency of Rick. And when somebody has Alzheimer's or multiple personality syndrome, what it really is the receiver is malfunctioning.
Okay,
so my personality doesn't exist here. It's just the receiver does. So it's like a radio signal.
Yeah, I don't know if I would go that far.
My brain is tuned into the radio signal of Rick. I like that. That makes me feel good.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I mean, I went to school with someone that I believe may have at least one personality or two personalities.
I've known people in my family who I believe might suffer from that.
Yeah, and in her own mind, they're real.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying to talk to people about this person and saying, look, this person that she says is in her head is not, you're not going to meet this person.
Yeah.
You will meet what she believes is a personality, but you're not going to meet the real person because they're not here. They're in her head.
But maybe they're in her head because there's something wrong with the receiver.
Well, there's definitely something wrong with her brain. Yes.
Well, you want to go trippy, babes?
What's that?
Is it possible that two brains could be tuned into the same signal? So I'm Rick here, but maybe somebody else is tuned into my consciousness in, like, Alaska at the same time.
That is a little too trippy for me to wrap my head around, Bubs.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a little bit weird.
And the memories of both lifetimes will come together after both of us pass away. I don't know.
What? Are you thinking that, like, your receiver, when you talk about a receiver, you're thinking about, like, somebody tuning into a radio station?
Yeah, that's what I've said that, babes.
No. I wanted to be clear on that.
Yeah. So there's another person who has my consciousness who's alive right now, but my memory of living their life won't come into my consciousness until after both me and that person have passed away.
Yeah, I don't go deep with that, Bubs. I think it's a little bit too weird.
Oh.
I do think that there definitely is a malfunction in the brain for someone who has bipolar or bipolarism or multiple personalities.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. But I don't think of it as a radio station. I think that there is a malfunctioning thing going on.
Interesting, babes.
That's how I see it, though.
Well, I still love you, babes.
Okay.
Yes.
I love you too.
Is there anything else you want to talk about?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Oh, you don't like it when I go deep.
No, I just don't agree with it.
Okay.
It doesn't mean I don't like it. I'm just
Nice,
well, that's a little bit, I can't wrap my head around that.
Nice.
That's what I mean.
Well, I love you, babes.
I love you too, I guess.
And, you know, I've never held hands with them.
Yes, you have. And you were throughout the day.
Oh, well, I've never kissed a woman.
Yes, you have.
And I think it would be so cool if I could have my first kiss with you right now.
Oh, you are such a liar. You just kissed me a while ago.
Oh.
Everybody could hear it.
Well, now
But I'll kiss you again if that's what you want.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
There's a story I want to tell, but I don't think you're going to.
There's a story. Well, tell it to me in private.
It's about you.
Oh, what?
You know what? We won't talk.
In private.
Okay. Forget it.
Forget it.
All right. Anything else, babes?
No.
All right. Stay safe.
Bye-bye.
Be cool. Fly your freak flag. Bye.
Oh,